what's going on, guys? Andrew here, and my brother's joining you, as you can see here. The video I've been talking about the past couple days, we're finally getting to it. This is our our Halloween collection video, or Halloween countdown video. So we're going from least favorite to favorite. A couple things to note here. First off, we decided that we're gonna do the Halloween 6 is going to just be the producer's cut, so we're not going to do the original theatrical cut in this countdown. When I get to the 6th movie in the series, I'll do my own individual review of that one. So I'll give my thoughts on the theatrical and the unrated. Also, we both decided, and this is just a joint, like we already understand this, that we're only doing 9 movies because we understand number 10 is going to be Halloween Resurrections. Both of us, neither of us really actually really wish it wasn't in the series at all. I personally pretend that it doesn't exist. So
does everybody else on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, and I debated whether or not back and forth whether or not to put Halloween 3 in there, but we're going to go ahead and put it in there. So, actually, you can go ahead and start your list of what's number 9.
All right. My number 9 here is going to be Zombieween 2 here. Rob Zombie movies to me all have the same characters in it, which are perfectly portrayed in this movie. Just the trashiest, I don't know, they're just terrible people. Yeah, it's very hard to have fun with this one. It's just, the story is very depressing. Obviously it's not the worst in the series, but yeah, I rarely ever watch this one, so yeah, number 9.
I want to preface this, sorry my face is directly in the camera, by saying that I actually, of the 9 movies we're doing, I actually probably would not rate any of them lower than a 7. So I actually really like all of these movies that are here. So, not that I put number 9 in here as I don't like it, but number 9 is going to be Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. Not because I don't like it, and I tried to go back and forth of whether or not, because Michael's not in it is why I put it number 9. And that might be because I just grew up in, Halloween and Michael Myers is, interconnected. But I watched this movie and I absolutely have a blast with it. It's more so that I enjoy all the other movies more so than this one. I really like the premise to it. It's got really fun characters, and this is my favorite scene in the whole movie. For some reason, this is really eerie to me. It's a very dark movie. I really don't understand the hate for this movie, even though I'm rating it as number 9. I really don't like it. I really love it. Halloween series for me is one that really doesn't have any misses, especially when you have the unrated producer's cut of the 6th one. So, I mean, I really like it. It's just, I like so many other ones that I'm wrestling with trying to put this, above any of the other ones. But yeah, that's just going to be my number 9. I hated to do that, but it's what it is.
Yeah, that movie's stupid. It's stupid. It doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
Never heard that before.
Yeah. My number 8 is going to be Halloween 5. This is one people tend to hate on. I really don't see the problem with this film, really. It is a step down from the 4th one, definitely, but, it's just a fun time for me. Daniel Harris does a good job in this one. Ending to this one, as everybody knows, they're introducing the whole Thorn thing and not really giving it any backstory or anything is really dumb. And Michael looks really stupid in this movie too. His mask looks like he's gone to dinner or something. But yeah, kills are cool. Yeah, it's a really fun time watching that one.
My number 8. Man, I'm going back and forth between these two. These are going to be my next 2. My number 8 is going to be the unrated producer's cut of Halloween 6. Now, I definitely, will get into more detail about this in my individual review, but I definitely say this is definitely a step up. I love that they bring the original like score into it. It's kind of cool that they do that, and it adds to definitely a different feel to the whole movie. But the producer's cut has much more of a complete story, even though some of it doesn't work. It at least makes more sense now. I really like a lot of the kills, and a lot of the kills are definitely like really atmospheric, and a lot of them are definitely pretty violent. Yeah, I've always liked this one. The only thing is that honestly, it's not really on TV that much. You definitely see 4 and 5, 1, 2, H2O. Not really. You don't really see this one that much. Actually, you see 3 quite a bit too, but definitely not this one. Definitely not the producer's cut, but not even the theatrical. Yeah, I guess that you could say the reason why is because I didn't grow up watching it is why I'm not putting it higher, but definitely has a good Halloween feel to it.
Alright, my number 7 is going to be the Rob Zombie remake. Yeah, this is like by far my favorite Rob Zombie film. You know, this movie, I like watching this. Obviously, you know,
Lords of Salem?
Yeah, no. Obviously, you know, compared to the original one, it obviously doesn't match up. I mean, that's goes without saying. But you know, I like watching this one if I want to watch, you know, if I want to watch the original one but with like a different tone. You know, this movie still has some really cool shots in it of Michael Myers, which I really like. And his characters aren't as, you know, trashy in this one.
As Rob Zombie.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it's still... I enjoy the backstory part of this portion. I know people like complain about it and say Michael Myers is annoying in it, and he kind of is, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. But, yeah.
Yeah, this is my number 7 also. For me, it's like I think that we all, me, you, and Dad watched this like in the drive-in or something. Yeah, we saw this like in at the drive-in together. The first time we watched this, man, I think all 3 of us just hated it. It was awful. But then you know, the more that I watch this, the more that I grow to like it, especially the remake part of it. The backstory, I enjoy while I'm watching it, kind of, definitely, like, a lot of the other parts, but then, like, I still never like the asylum part of it. Like, I always skip through that. Like, I'll watch through his childhood. After he goes to the asylum, I always skip until, like, the remake part. I really do enjoy it. Danielle Harris does a great job in this. You know, Scout Taylor Compton. Tyler Mane's a really good, like, Michael, I think. He's definitely brutal. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I do think that this is, like, the least Rob Zombie-esque type movie, but it definitely has a zombie tone to it. I think it does the original justice, while, like, I'll get into that more in my individual review, but yeah, that's my number 7.
Still some unnecessary scenes in there, but, you know, I think you can only hold Rob Zombie back so much.
Yeah.
Where am I looking at? Okay. My number 6 is going to be Halloween 6 Producer's Cut. Yeah, I'm actually a pretty big fan of the original cut as well. I do like the Producer's Cut better. Man, I really enjoy, like you said, the score in this one. Obviously, more the original. I get a kick out of the score on the theatrical release. It makes me like laugh every time I watch it. It's just so ridiculous, but it's awesome. But yeah, the kills are really well set up in this one. The whole Thorn thing's explained more in this one, and yeah. Basically, the whole movie I really enjoy in this one, except for the ending, is just, like, beyond terrible. But yeah, definitely check out the Producer's Cut if you haven't seen it. But yeah, really like it.
Alright, going back and forth again on these next 2. My number 6, I'm probably going to put Zombie Wing 2. I gotta say, when I first watched this, I thought I was gonna hate it. I actually ended up really enjoying it. I honestly like, for some reason, I do like this, prefer this to the original. I've honestly watched it more than the original, even though it's one of the most depressing movies you will ever watch. I still just, like, I like the characters. I like the route that he took with it. Like, it was an original take on it. And it was, like, it definitely had this, like, it definitely was a Rob Zombie-esque type movie. But yeah, it's dark, brutal. I like the character arc that Loomis takes. Although he's pretty annoying in certain parts of it, I still like the arc of it. A lot of, like, Danielle Harris's death has got to be one of the most depressing deaths in any slasher movie ever. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I do remember about this. Also, the party scene, for some reason, always cracks me up. But yeah, that's my number 6.
My number 5, I'm gonna go with Halloween 3. Yeah, man, this movie, like, more I watch it, man, the more I really, really like it. Like, I just watched it a couple weeks ago. This movie, like, I don't know how people can really complain about, to be honest with you. You know, even, you know, again, it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, whatever. But as a movie, if you watch it just as a standalone movie, it's honestly, like, a pretty good film. Really cool atmosphere. Yeah, the shots of the kids getting down the hill were just, like, really kind of eerie, because if you've seen the ending already, you know what happens to them. So yeah, just a really dark, really creative movie. That's what I really like about it. It's really creative. So yeah, number 5.
Yeah. My number 5 is going to be Halloween 5. I didn't plan that. But I give this a slight nod to Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, because I've watched this more and I could probably watch it more. Everything that he said about it as of negatives, I agree with. And the I honestly, like, I've said this before, but I used to watch Halloween 4 and 5 on AMC Fear Fest, which is going on right now. They used to have this on at like 12 and 2 or 1 and 3, and I used to watch these back to back and stay up till ungodly hours in the morning watching these. But yeah, I still, like, really enjoy watching this one, even for all of its faults. I still do like this one. Yeah, that's 5.
Alright, my number 4, my top 4 are, like, really close, except for number 1, but yeah. My top 4 are, like, really, really close, but 4 for me is Halloween H2O. Yeah. I watched this movie in my childhood probably more than any other movie. This and, like, Jeepers Creepers and Scream, like, it was just, like, ridiculous amount of times I watched these. But man, like, this is, like, the ultimate send-off to the series. Just freaking awesome. You know, it does have a few, like, false scares in there, which, you know, I, like, didn't actually notice till, like, a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of false scares in this one. But there's just so much good in this film, like, it just overshadows it to me. But yeah, awesome stuff with this one.
Yeah. And my number 4, ironically again, is going to be Halloween 4. Yeah, for me, this is definitely like if you were going to bring Michael Myers back, this was the perfect way to bring him back. It was pretty well directed. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a much better movie, especially like in '88. A lot of the slasher movies had pretty much died out. This is definitely a good bring back to Michael. I really like Michael's, Michael is definitely eerie in this movie, like pretty creepy. Danielle Harris does a phenomenal job. I love her character. Donald Pleasence is just Donald Pleasence. He's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's not much bad you can say about it. These top 4 are all, like, not much bad you can say about them, but it's just which one do you like more. So yeah, that's just number 4 for me.
Alright, just brace yourself here. My number 3 is Halloween 2. Okay, yeah,
We
no, as a sequel, like, it does tremendous job following up the first one, really. You know, as a slasher film, man, like, it really doesn't get much better than this in the 80s. But the only thing about this one is like as a Halloween movie, it just doesn't feel like Halloween. It takes place in a hospital, and there's like 4 dudes in there, and there's only a couple scenes in there like involving Halloween. But yeah, like as a slasher movie, I said like just really really good, man. Really really good kills in this one.
Yeah, that might be a little higher on my.
Yeah.
Number 3 for me is another one that you guys see on my channel. I've watched endless times. It's Halloween H2O. Honestly, I haven't watched it Halloween yet. It's coming though. I'll probably watch it like 3 times in Halloween week though. I honestly just love this movie. This is like, I honestly like, I will defend the shit out of this movie. Like, there's really like, I just, the people that just don't like it, I've watched it so many times growing up, like, I can't see the bad in it. Like, it's so fun to me. Like, I can watch like, it's 85 minutes long. I wish it was longer, but I could just keep watching it over and over. It never gets old. It always is tense. I really like the Michael in it. I really love Jamie Lee Curtis. The showdown at the end is just epic. It's a perfect send-off for the series. So, yeah, it's all around great. It's perfect for like a late 90s slasher. So, yeah. Number 3. I just keep going back and forth on these ones.
My number 2 is going to be Halloween 4. Yeah, this one feels a lot like the original to me. Just the way, it plays out, the pacing in this one's like the original. Yeah, the scene where, like, they're going Halloween shopping, costume shopping is really cool. Yeah, a lot of nostalgic for this one, too, because this is, like, the one I watched the most on Fear Fest, probably this one. But man, yeah, the ending to this one's so chilling. Also, just again, nothing bad you can say about this one. Awesome atmosphere.
Yeah. Now you guys should know, watching my channel, what's number 2 and 1 for me probably. But number 2 is going to be the original Halloween. Yeah, I mean, definitely all around. I mean, a damn near perfect movie. I mean, it's chilling to the bone. It's got an iconic, epic score. The direction and the cinematography is near perfect in this movie. Yeah, not much you can say bad about it. I mean, the only thing you could say about this is, if you think about it, there's really, it really does have a good Halloween feel, but I think that some of these actually have a better Halloween feel to it, like Halloween 3 and Halloween 6. Some of these like have like more of a Halloween feel, like as in like their cinematography, like everything revolves around Halloween. Even Zombies' original Halloween remake, goodness, there's pumpkins everywhere in that movie. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, for the time it was made, this is like all around. You can't get much better than this. Like as a horror movie, I'd say it's top 3 horror movies of all time. So epic movie. It's so phenomenal. So that's not my number 2.
Obviously, that's my number 1. Yeah, this is my second favorite slasher of all time. Yeah.
Behind My Soul to Take.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, just everything about this movie, like, it just has one of those scores in it where like other movies like Suspiria, and like it just gets stuck in your head really, and it just doesn't go away. So many well set up scenes in this one. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else you can say about Halloween. It's just 10 out of 10 movie. Yeah.
And for me, my number 1, as you guys know, my favorite horror movie of all time, or tied, whatever you want to say, is Halloween 2. You know, like, they're almost tied, and honestly, if I wanted to cop out, they're basically it's just a continuation of the first one, so they're all almost like the same movie. But the thing is, for me, is the reason why I put this like just slightly above the original is like like I have so much enjoyment watching this movie. Like, I can watch it endless times and just like, like there's a fun factor to it that like I just enjoy it. Like I probably watched them around the same amount of times now because I've watched this so many times in the past couple years. But like, yeah, it's just like a slight nod to this one because of like it kind of feels very similar to Halloween. Like if you're thinking of like cinematography wise, like Dean Cundey does the cinematography for both of these, and you can definitely see there's a long corridor shots and like all of those things that are very eerie and very similar to the original. And the kills are better than the original, and it's an 80s slasher, and that's my favorite subgenre. So if I'm looking for like a fun, slasher movie that is that feels like the original Halloween, this is the one to go. And like that just happens to be like my favorite, just what I'm almost always looking for. So that's just why it gives a slight nod to from the original. So I know a lot of people that do like this one. I know a lot of people that don't really like it, but I'm definitely in the majority that are the people that like it, obviously.
Yeah, plus it's directed by Rick Rosenthal, who's also directed another fan favorite in the series. So.
Yeah, Rick Rosenthal directed my favorite horror movie of all time and my least favorite horror movie in Halloween Resurrection. Honestly, I like the score just a little bit better. Like I can say it over and over again, and it's just like that synthesizer is just so funny in it. But alright, that's going to conclude this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Actually, I think we're probably still going to do this, but for his channel, you can follow him. He actually has videos on there now. It's just Austin Schroyer. And we're going to do a video on his channel for the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Yeah. So we'll probably be posting that in the next couple days. And so yeah, be looking out for that. And as always, please like and subscribe. Let me, if you haven't subscribed already, and let me know what you guys think of the series. I mean, I know everybody pretty much has an opinion, and I mean, let me know your rankings too, and let me know what where you put movies differently and why. I always like hearing the history of why you guys have liked these, and as I'm sure some of these things resonated with you guys too. So thanks guys for tuning in. I think tomorrow's review is going to be The Conjuring for me, so I'm really excited to watch that tonight. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. See you tomorrow with The Conjuring review.